Hello to all my radiant ladies in your fabulous 50s, glowing 55s, or sparkling 60s, or maybe you're 45, but already getting ready to step onto the golden stage of womanhood. Welcome to my channel, the place where hair is not just hair, but a declaration of freedom for every mature woman. Now, let me ask you something real. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror in the morning and wondered, wait, where did my hair go? Yesterday it was full and bouncy, and today it looks like a wet cat caught in the rain? Or maybe this has happened, you're getting ready for a big party. Before you leave the house, your hair looks like a glamorous Hollywood star, all volume, all shine. Then the second you step into the venue, poof, it deflates like yesterday's leftover dinner roll. Ugh, who wouldn't be frustrated? And I bet, at least once in your life, you've secretly prayed to the heavens. Please, dear universe, just let my hair stay lifted for 2 hours, that's all I ask. But unfortunately, it seems the heavens were a little too busy handling world peace, climate change, and stock markets, while your hair decided to stay flat and lifeless, glued to your head. Hair after 50, the untold truth. Let's admit it, after 50, hair just isn't what it used to be in our 20s or 30s. It gets thinner, finer, weaker. Some women joke, I've spent my whole life taking care of my hair, and now it only stays around to keep my memories. Back in the day, shoulder-length cuts with big curls made us feel like movie stars. Now, well, sometimes those same styles betray us. They don't match our current hair texture anymore. And so we face the same dilemmas over and over. Hair goes flat, no volume left. Cut it too short and we fear looking old. Keep it long and it feels heavy, tiring, and takes forever to manage. Try too many perms or treatments and the breakage only gets worse. This endless cycle, raise your hand if it sounds familiar. But don't worry, the solution exists. There's a silent hero we've all heard of, the bob haircut. Yes, that's the one, a style that looks simple, yet has the magical power to revive not just your look, but your spirit. Now, a lot of women think the bob is for younger ladies in their 20s or 30s. Wrong. In fact, women in their 50s and 60s are the ones who truly rock the bob. Why? A bob brightens the face, elongates the neck, and gives an instant polished vibe. It hides flaws beautifully. Thinning hair, a high forehead, little wrinkles around the jawline, all cleverly softened. And best of all, it's low maintenance. No need to drag the entire salon home. Just a few minutes and you look put together. Put simply, the bob is the national sweetheart of hairstyles, something every woman should try at least once in her life. But not all bobs are created equal. Now, some of you may be thinking, wait, I've tried a bob before, and it made me look older, heavier, less lively. And you're right, not every bob works for every woman. Some bobs add volume and light to your face, while others, oh dear, stick flat to your head so badly that you look like you just rolled out of bed. That's why today, I'm not going to do the usual 5 bob hairstyles list you see everywhere. Instead, I'll share with you 6 modern, elegant, and smart bob variations, all tested and proven with real clients in their 50s and 60s. A real story before we dive in. One of my clients, a lovely 62-year-old lady, once walked into my salon complaining, no matter how I cut it, my hair just falls flat. When I go to parties, I drown it in hairspray so it looks full. But the whole time I'm scared my husband will sneeze next to me, and poof, my hair will fly off. I laughed, but I also felt for her. So I suggested she try a shorter bob that gently framed her face. At first, she hesitated. Won't I look like a strict auntie if I go that short? But the moment we finished, she looked in the mirror and her eyes lit up. Oh my goodness, my face looks lighter, fresher, and my hair actually has shape. That's the lesson, don't be afraid of the bob. It's not about your age, it's about choosing the right bob for you. Why you should stay till the end. In this video, I'll show you 6 clever bob styles that give thin, aging hair new life and volume. Exactly why each style works for different face shapes, hair textures, and lifestyles. Real-life stories from my clients, so you know you're not alone in this journey. And I promise, by the end, you won't see the bob as just a shortcut to save time. You'll see it as a true companion, helping you feel confident, stylish, and radiant at this stage of life. More than hair, it's about energy. One last thing before we begin. People often say that after 50 or 60, we should slow down, keep it simple, or settle. But I believe the opposite. This is the best time to shine. A fresh haircut doesn't just make you look good in the mirror, it makes you smile more, walk taller, and speak with greater confidence. In other words, a bob doesn't just beautify your hair, it uplifts your whole spirit. A thought for you. So let me ask you, does your current hairstyle make you feel more confident or more self-conscious? If there were a bob that made you look younger, feel lighter, and saved you time, would you try it? If your answer is yes, then stay with me because we're about to explore 6 stunning bob styles that could change the way you see yourself. I guarantee at least one of them will make you nod and say, yep, that's the one for me. Now, shall we begin? Part 16 Bob Hairstyles for Women over 50-60. 1. Asymmetrical bob, the playful child of the bob family. When it comes to the asymmetrical bob, many women frown. Wait, asymmetrical? You mean uneven? Won't people laugh at me? The truth is, absolutely not. This is actually the secret weapon for women who want to look youthful, without looking like they're trying too hard. Asymmetrical bob is simply a bit longer on one side and shorter on the other. This little stylish imbalance actually balances out your facial features, especially if you have a round or square face. I often joke with my clients, if your face is a little too square, just let your hair go slightly tilted to soften it up. The best part? It looks modern and chic while being incredibly easy to maintain. Just a quick brush in the morning and you're photo ready. 2. Lightly layered bob, the anti-flat lifesaver for women 50+. One of the complaints I hear most often from my over 50 clients is, my hair just won't hold volume. It stays flat and lifeless all day. That's when the lightly layered bob swoops in to save the day. Thin, subtle layers add fullness and bounce to the hair. Unlike a blunt bob, the soft layers create space between strands, letting light reflect better right arrow, making hair look naturally thicker. What I love most is, no blow dryer, no rollers, no prayers needed, your hair will hold its shape on its own. Honestly, it's perfect for the lazy but stylish team. 3. Classic side-parted bob, elegance anytime, anywhere. Some hairstyles don't need to be flashy, yet they turn heads effortlessly. The classic bob with a side part is one of them. Shifting your part to one side makes your face look slimmer, your nose sharper, and your eyes more defined. If you often attend events, meet friends, or just want that extra touch of presence at a cafe, this style is worth trying. One of my 58-year-old clients once said, "All I did was change my part and my neighbors kept asking, 'Wow, what did you do? You look completely different.'" See? Small change, big impact. 4. Inward curled bob, the gentle weapon for the face. Who says bobs are always sharp and edgy? The inward curled bob proves that bobs can be soft, feminine, and romantic. When the ends curl in toward the chin, your face instantly looks slimmer. A pointed chin looks softer, and a square chin appears more refined. This style is especially flattering for long faces, adding balance and harmony. Personally, I think this is the most photogenic bob style. Whether for a party, a photo shoot, or a casual outing, it always looks stunning. Many of my clients just curl their ends slightly, wear minimal makeup, and still look like they've stepped right out of a studio. 5. Bob with soft curtain bangs, the perfect distraction trick. This is the version I often recommend to clients with a high forehead, hollow temples, or those who simply want to highlight their eyes. Curtain bangs are a global trend, but for women 50-60, I usually make them lighter, softer, and not too thick. Benefits include, covers a wide forehead, frames the face naturally and gracefully, moves beautifully in the wind, looking both chic and youthful. One of my 61-year-old clients once exclaimed, "I can't believe just a few strands of fringe make me feel like I'm 40 again." That's the magic of light curtain bangs. 6. Ear-length short bob, small but mighty. This style is for women who want a real hair revolution. The ear-length bob is neat, bold, and incredibly youthful. Some worry that very short hair will look aging. But on the contrary, when cut well, the ear-length bob brightens the face, elongates the neck, and radiates confidence. I remember one 65-year-old client who tried this cut. When it was done, she turned to me and said with a huge smile, "I feel like I just dropped 10 years of fatigue. I feel lighter already." Her joy was contagious. I was smiling all week. So we've just gone through 6 fabulous bob hairstyles for women in their 50s and 60s. Each one has its own personality. Some are youthful, some soft, some elegant, and some bold. But I know what you're thinking. Which one really suits me? What should I tell my hairstylist to get the look I want? And most importantly, how do I keep my bob looking good without tons of effort? Don't worry, in the next part, I'll reveal the golden rules for choosing the right bob, so you'll never have to face that dreaded moment of "I just got a haircut" and regret it. Part 2 Priceless lessons from the bob cut. Have you ever seen a woman in her 60s with a bob haircut and immediately thought, "Wow, she looks so young and elegant"? But then you meet another woman, also with a bob, and you secretly sigh, "If only she had chosen a different style, she would have looked so much better." That's the bright side and dark side of the bob. It's a haircut that can turn you into a stylish lady or make you look 10 years older, just because of a few small mistakes. In this section, I'll share with you real stories from my American clients, from hilarious bob disasters to stunning makeovers, so you can take away lessons for yourself. 1. Linda, the price of copying a celebrity. Linda, 57, had a sweet round face. One day she brought a photo of a Hollywood star to my salon and said, "Make me look exactly like this, so young and fabulous." that actress of course, had a sharp V-line face and pointed chin. I gently advised Linda, "This cut is beautiful, but it may not suit your face shape." But Linda insisted, "No, I'm sure it'll work, just do it." And the result? After the cut, the inward curved bob hugged her face so tightly that she looked like she was wearing a snug wool cap. She looked in the mirror and sighed. "Oh no, I just wanted to look 5 years younger, not like a middle school girl." Finally, I adjusted her cut, added light layers, gave her more volume to soften her round face. Linda smiled at the mirror. Turns out listening to the stylist is the better choice. Lesson: don't copy someone else's haircut, even a celebrity's. The best hairstyle is the one that suits you. 2. Susan, when too young becomes a tragedy. Susan, 59, wanted to look really youthful. She chose a bob cut just above the ears, hoping it would shave off a few years. Because her hair was thin, the short bob clung flat to her head, making her face look even rounder. Instead of looking chic, Susan looked like a teenage schoolgirl experimenting with short hair. She laughed and cried at the same time. I didn't want to go back to 15. I only wanted to look 50 again. Lesson: youthful doesn't mean cutting as short as possible. A bob needs balance, short but not too short, with natural volume. That's what makes it elegant. 3. Marry the summer sweat secret. Mary, 60, lives in Texas where summers are scorching hot. She chose a bob that hugged the nape of her neck, thinking it would feel cool. But just 1 week later, she discovered the harsh truth. Sweaty, sticky hair clinging to her neck with none of the bouncy volume from day one. Mary complained, "I thought a short bob would be easy, but now I have to wash my hair twice a day." Lesson: when choosing a bob, think about climate and lifestyle. Shorter doesn't always mean cooler. Sometimes a shoulder-length bob with light layers is easier to maintain. 4. Catherine, the daily maintenance nightmare. Catherine, 55, fell in love with those glamorous Korean wavy bobs she saw on Instagram. She got the cut hoping for a transformation. And yes, on day one, she looked like a Hollywood diva. But a week later, reality hit. To keep those waves perfect, she had to curl, spray, and blow dry every single morning. She sighed, "I wanted a hairstyle to boost my confidence, not turn me into a slave to my curling iron." Lesson: before choosing a bob, ask yourself, how much time am I willing to spend styling this every day? 5. Bob and hair texture. Understanding your hair's personality. Hair has its own personality. Once you understand it, you'll live happily with it. Take Patricia, 60, with thick, coarse hair. At first, she chose a curved bob, but within days, her hair rebelled, puffing out and losing shape. Patricia groaned, "My hair is so hard to control." I smiled. "It's not hard to control, it just hasn't met the right cut yet." So I gave her a sleek, chin-length bob that required little styling. When Patricia saw herself in the mirror, she gasped, "Wow, I look younger and so much more sophisticated." Lesson: a great bob matches your hair's personality. Fine hair works with layered bobs, thick hair suits clean cuts, natural curls need soft, face-framing bobs. 6. Communication with your stylist. Avoid disastrous misunderstandings. One golden rule I always tell clients: use your hands to show your stylist what you mean. For example, if you want your bob at chin length, place your hand at your chin and say, "Only this short," because short means different things. To you, short might mean shoulder length, but to a stylist, short could mean ear length, and one snip later, it's too late. Don't be afraid to repeat yourself. The more your stylist hears it, the more precise your cut will be. 7. Pro bob care secrets. To keep your bob chic and youthful, here are a few magic tips. Small round brush, 3-4 cm, creates root lift while blow drying. Light serum, keeps ends smooth, prevents dryness. Wash every other day, helps natural volume stay intact. 5-minute revival, mist roots with water, blow dry upside down for 3-5 minutes. Right arrow, hello, salon fresh bob. 8. Good bob vs bad bob. A fun comparison. Good bob frames the face neatly, adds softness with natural bounce. Bad bob, flat against the scalp, lifeless or frizzy and messy, making the face look heavy. If we compare, good bob equals a little black dress, simple but elegant. Bad bob equals borrowing your daughter's dress, wrong fit, awkward, out of place. Through the stories of Linda, Susan, Mary, Catherine, and Patricia, you can see a bob isn't just a short haircut. It's a delicate mix of face shape, hair texture, lifestyle, and clear communication with your stylist. A well-done bob can make you look younger and more refined, but the wrong bob can lead to tears and regret. And that's exactly why we're moving into part 4, bob, age hacking secrets. This is where I'll reveal how to make your bob not just suitable, but actually take 5-10 years off your look. Part 3, age hacking with the bob cut. Have you ever noticed that just cutting your hair into a bob can give you two completely opposite results? 1. You look like a fabulous 40-something on vacation in Miami, hair flowing, radiant smile, youthful glow. 2. You look like the strict school teacher from 1985 about to call your parents because you didn't do your homework. Yes, that's the harsh truth about the bob. It can be a magic wand that shaves years off your look, or it can backfire badly if you choose the wrong version. But trust me, after over 20 years of styling women in their 50s and 60s, I've discovered that the bob is not only an age-hacking haircut, it can also transform you into the most radiant, confident version of yourself. If you pick the right bob for your face shape, personality, and lifestyle. Story 1: Susan's 15 years younger bob makeover. Susan, 56 from Texas, came to me with waist-length black hair and blunt bangs. Honestly, the heavy, dark hair made her look at least 10 years older than she really was. When I suggested a bob, she panicked. "No way, a bob will make me look like a grandma." I smiled and said, "Trust me, done right, a bob will make you look like someone who just won a luxury cruise, not a grandma." She finally agreed. I gave her a chin-length bob, softly curled the ends inward, and added a few layers for natural volume. When she saw the mirror, Susan's eyes went wide. "Oh my God, I look like the Susan from 15 years ago?" See, for women over 50, the real secret to looking younger isn't dyeing your hair jet black. It's cutting away the heaviness and letting your face shine. The bob did exactly that for Susan. Story 2: Linda and the serious bob lesson. Linda, 61 from California, wanted to look younger but still elegant. We first tried a sleek, shoulder-length bob with no layers. The result? Linda looked like a powerful finance executive, stylish, yes, but also a little too serious. Not exactly age-hacking. So I switched tactics, a shorter, chin-length bob with soft layers and caramel highlights. When Linda walked out of the salon, her husband exclaimed, "Honey, you look like my girlfriend from the 80s? Lesson learned. A sleek bob gives authority, but a soft, layered bob actually takes years off. Story 3: Mary and the round face rescue bob. Mary, 58, always thought short hair would make her round face look even bigger. But I gave her a slightly longer bob just below the chin, framing her face with a few loose strands. The result? Her face instantly looked slimmer, fresher, and more youthful. Mary laughed. "Everyone at the office thinks I just got a facelift." I just smiled and said nothing. That's right, a smart bob can sometimes replace 10 rounds of Botox. Why does the bob hack age so well? The quick science: shorter equals lighter. Long hair drags the face down, emphasizing wrinkles. A bob lifts and brightens your look. Volume equals youthful glow. Natural lift and bounce reflects light better, making skin look smoother. Face framing equals defined features. A bob creates a contouring effect, slimming the jawline and hiding double chins. Versatility equals endless options. Wavy, straight, with highlights, you can reinvent yourself without too much effort. Advanced bob hacks. Smart highlights, caramel or honey blonde strands make hair look thicker and skin brighter. Bob plus accessories. Small hoops or a delicate necklace instantly elevate your look. Bob plus makeup, add a rosy blush and soft pink lipstick, you'll look at least 7 years younger. Bob care, use lightweight serum and blow dry upside down to keep the bounce. The right bob vs the wrong bob. Right bob, soft layers, lighter shades, face framing shape, right arrow youthful. Modern, wrong bob, poker straight, jet black, no layers, right arrow serious, old school teacher vibes. One client told me, "I got a bob and my husband started calling me the principal." Trust me, no woman wants that. A little humor to remember. Right bob, you look like Meryl Streep at a glamorous Hollywood party. Wrong bob, you look like Meryl Streep playing a strict grandma in a period drama. Perfect age-hacking bob, you look like Julia Roberts strolling through New York, laughing in the sunshine. So yes, the bob truly is a magic key to age hacking for women in their 50s and 60s. But remember, age hacking with hair isn't just about the cut. It's about how you care for it, how you style it, and how you integrate it with your overall lifestyle. And that's exactly what I'll share with you in the next part. How to combine your bob with the right outfits, makeup, and accessories to make you not just younger, but irresistibly chic. Part 4: The secret to pairing a bob cut with fashion and makeup. Do you know what one of the biggest tragedies of a bob haircut is? It's not that the bob turns out too short. It's not that you have to blow dry it every day. No, the real tragedy is cutting a chic bob and then pairing it with the wrong outfit, right arrow, instantly making you look like a middle-aged teacher at a parent meeting, instead of a stylish, youthful, age-defying woman in her 50s. Yes, I've seen dozens of cases like that. The bob itself is youthful, but if you don't know how to tell a story with your clothes and makeup, that youthfulness gets buried. That's why today I'll share with you the perfect formula for styling your bob with fashion and makeup so that every time you walk into a room, people don't just say, "Your new haircut looks nice," but instead gasp, "Wow, she looks like a true fashion icon." Story 1: Barbara and the shirt that made her look 10 years older. Barbara, 55, from Florida, got a soft layered bob, super fresh and youthful. But just a week later she texted me, "I don't get it. My bob looked young at the salon, but at home my husband and kids said I looked the same as before." I asked, "What were you wearing that day?" She sent a photo, buttoned-up white shirt, stiff black trousers. Aha, that was the culprit. The bob is modern and light, but when paired with an overly serious outfit, it instantly ages you. Lesson: bob plus buttoned-up shirt equals strict school principle. Fix: bob plus soft V-neck blouse or an open shirt with a delicate necklace equals chic businesswoman. Story 2: Helen and the age-hacking power of color. Helen, 60, from New York, loved wearing all black dresses, black tops, black bags. But after cutting her bob, she still didn't look as youthful as she'd hoped. I suggested, try a pastel blazer or add a floral silk scarf. She followed my advice. A week later she called me thrilled. "Oh my God, my colleagues asked if I started a new skincare routine, but all I did was wear a $15 scarf." Lesson: the bob pairs beautifully with fresh, light colors, pastels, ivory, mint green, blush pink. They reflect light and instantly make your face look 5 years younger. Story 3: Patricia and the makeup disaster. Patricia, 57, had a sleek inward bob that framed her face beautifully, but she always wore heavy red lipstick, thick eyeliner, and very pale foundation. The result? Youthful hair but aging makeup. I adjusted her routine: sheer foundation, peach blush, nude pink lipstick, and mascara instead of heavy eyeliner. Instantly, Patricia looked like a new woman, radiant, fresh, sophisticated. Lesson: bob plus soft, natural makeup equals age-defying. Bob plus heavy, dramatic makeup equals powerful but can add years. The golden formula: 3C for women with bobs in their 50s, 60s. Clothes: choose soft silhouettes, light fabrics, and bright tones. A-line skirts, midi dresses, V-neck tops, pastel blazers. Avoid stiff black trousers plus buttoned-up shirts. Cosmetics: always remember, less is more. Peach/coral blush, nude pink or soft brick red lips. Lightweight foundation, mascara over heavy eyeliner. Confidence: the bob is already modern. The more confident you are, the more it shines. A radiant smile is the ultimate age hack. Pro tip: bob plus accessories. Silk scarves, draped around the neck or tied on a handbag, right arrow, chic and youthful. Earrings, small hoops or sleek, long drops. Glasses, thin, light-colored frames elevate the bob instantly. Necklaces, delicate, mid-length pendants, right arrow, elongate the neck and flatter your frame. A fun way to remember: bob plus bright outfit plus soft makeup, right arrow, Julia Roberts at Cannes. Bob plus all black plus bold red lips, right arrow, Manhattan law firm director. Bob plus buttoned-up shirt plus black trousers, right arrow, math teacher in 1992. Face with tears of joy. See? Cutting a bob is just the beginning. The real secret to making the bob an age-defying machine is how you style it with fashion, makeup, and accessories. But the biggest question I get from women in their 50s, 60s after achieving the perfect bob and style is, how do I keep my bob smooth, voluminous, and youthful after a few months? And that's exactly what I'll reveal in the next part. How to care for your bob after 50 so it always looks fresh, elegant, and full of life. Part 5: Taking care of your bob after 50. Secrets to keeping it youthful, shiny, and never flat. Do you know what's harder than getting a bob cut? Not sitting in the salon chair for 2 hours. Not arguing with your stylist when they cut it shorter than you wanted. It's keeping your bob looking as fabulous as day one. Honestly, bob is a temperamental hairstyle. Ignore it for just a few weeks and it will betray you instantly. Today, smooth, bouncy, full of life. 3 weeks later, flat, dry, frizzy. 6 weeks later, your husband asks, "So are you growing your hair back out?" That's why in this section, I'll reveal the ultimate bob care guide after 50 small but powerful secrets to keeping your hair young, healthy, and chic. Hook: a confession from my friend Nancy. Nancy, 58, from California, got a sleek, straight bob. On the first day, everyone said she looked at least 10 years younger. But just 2 months later, she sent me a picture. Her bob was flat at the roots, greasy on top, and the ends were dry like straw. She wrote, "I don't get it. Why has my hair turned on me? Was it my stylist's fault?" I laughed. "No, it's not your stylist, it's the owner's fault. A bob isn't like long hair, it needs way more care. If you neglect it, it ages fast." And here's what I told Nancy, the exact same tips I'm about to share with you. 1. Secret #1. Wash less, care more. A common mistake women 50 plus make is overwashing. Short bob, right arrow, gets oily fast, right arrow, you think you need to wash daily. But washing too often strips natural oils, right arrow, leaving hair dry, brittle, and flat. Golden rule: wash every other day, 2-3 times/week. Use dry shampoo in between to keep it fresh and voluminous. Nancy's result: She switched from daily washing to 3 times a week plus dry shampoo. Her bob became full, soft, and no longer flat. 2. Secret hash 2. Conditioner is queen. If shampoo cleans, conditioner is the queen that keeps your bob silky. After 50, hair loses collagen, becoming dry and fragile. No conditioner equals your sleek bob will turn into a frizzy mess. Tips. Use a lightweight conditioner, applying only from mid-length to ends. Once a week, deep condition with a hydrating mask or natural oils, coconut/argan. Helen, 60, from New York said, I used to hate conditioner, thinking it made my hair greasy. But when I only applied it to the ends, my bob turned silky and framed my face like a Hollywood star. 3. Secret hash 3. Heat with care. Another big mistake, daily blow drying, straightening, or curling with high heat. Result, dry, weak, dull hair. Fix. Always use a heat protectant spray before styling. Keep the temperature under 180 degrees C, 356 degrees F. Occasionally let hair air dry for a rest day. Patricia, 57, joked. When I stopped straightening my bob every morning, it actually looked better. I guess my bob enjoys being lazy just like me. 4. Secret hash 4. Cut to keep. Here's the difference between long hair and a bob. Long hair can go 6 months without a trim and still look fine. Bob, skip trims for 2 months and it turns into something unrecognizable. Rule, trim every 6-8 weeks. Even a light trim keeps the shape sharp and youthful. I often joke with clients, a bob is like a luxury car if you don't service it regularly. It quickly turns into an old truck. 5. Secret hash 5. Food for hair. Your hair eats too. After 50, hormonal changes make hair thinner and weaker. Add these to your diet: omega-3 salmon, flax seeds, walnuts, protein, eggs, lean meats, vitamin B and biotin, almonds, avocado, leafy greens. A U.S. study showed women post-menopause who took biotin for 6 months had visibly thicker, stronger hair. 6. Secret hash 6. Style smart. Bob is naturally modern, don't turn it into a dated look. Avoid big curls that scream 1980s. A simple blow-dry with slight volume at the ends, right arrow, instant youthful vibe. Learn how to use a round brush plus blow dryer, right arrow, in 10 minutes. You'll have salon-worthy volume. Nancy said after learning this, I save $200 a month because I don't need weekly blowouts anymore. 7. Secret hash 7. Sleep like a queen. Sounds silly, but your pillow affects your bob. Cotton pillowcase, right arrow, friction, frizz, breakage. Silk/satin pillowcase, right arrow, smooth, shiny, bob holds shape longer. Invest in a silk pillowcase and you'll wake up to obedient hair every morning. Helen texted me after switching pillows. I swear this pillowcase is as anti-aging as any serum. A little humor to remember. Bob plus daily washing equals dehydrated bob. Bob plus no conditioner equals frizzy bob. Bob plus no trims equals lost bob. Bob plus silk pillow equals queen bob. So there you have it. To keep your bob youthful, healthy, and chic after 50, you need to care for it like your precious baby, from washing, conditioning, and styling to diet and even your pillow. But wait, there's one more thing. You can have the perfect bob, the right outfit, flawless makeup, and the best hair care routine. But without confidence and presence, it all falls flat. And that's exactly what I'll share in the next part. The secret of confidence, the ultimate age-defying beauty, hack no product can replace. Part 6. The secret of confidence. Have you ever met a woman whose hair wasn't styled perfectly, whose clothes were nothing extravagant, yet the moment she walked into the room, every eye turned to her? It wasn't because she was tall like a model, nor because of sparkling jewelry, it was the powerful aura of confidence. 1. A real-life story. Linda and her imperfect but radiant hair. Linda, 58, from California, once told me, when I was younger, I was obsessed with my hair, thin, flat, and hard to manage. I believed that beautiful women had to have thick, glossy hair, but after turning 50, I realized nobody actually cared about the thickness of my hair. What they noticed was how I smiled, how I walked, how I held a conversation. Linda chose a short bob with soft highlights. Honestly, if you look closely, her hair is still sparse in some areas, but because of her radiant aura and the confidence in her eyes, everyone she meets says, "Wow, you look at least 10 years younger." Lesson: it's not perfect hair that makes you confident, it's confidence that makes your hair shine. 2. Confidence starts with self-acceptance. I once asked Mary, 62, from Texas, "What's your secret to always looking cheerful and youthful?" She laughed. I stopped fighting with the mirror. I accepted that I'm no longer 25, and that's perfectly fine. Once you accept yourself, you gain 50% more energy to actually enjoy life instead of worrying about thinning hair or wrinkles. Key takeaway: confidence doesn't come from hiding flaws, it comes from embracing them. A few silver strands, a couple of wrinkles, they're the beautiful marks of a life well lived. 3. The contagious nature of confidence. Science shows that smiles and positive energy are contagious. When you smile, others are more likely to smile back. When you enter a party with ease and grace, everyone else feels more comfortable too. One of my clients, Susan, 55, shared, "I used to dread events, afraid I'd be the oldest woman in the room. Then I told myself, who cares? I wore the dress I loved, styled a wavy bob, and put on red lipstick. The result? Young people came up to me saying I had such a cool vibe." C. Confidence is like invisible perfume. You don't need to say much, but everyone senses it and is drawn to you. 4. Quick confidence hacks women over 50 can use immediately. Confidence doesn't always come naturally. Sometimes you need to trick your brain a little. Here are 4 simple hacks. Posture reset. Stand tall, shoulders open, chin slightly lifted. Instantly makes you look 5 years younger. The intentional smile, not because life is perfect, but because smiling makes everything feel lighter. A hairstyle that feels you, whether it's a bob, pixie, or lob, the right style boosts instant confidence. Supportive outfits. Choose bright colors, comfortable fabrics, and ditch the rules about what women shouldn't wear at a certain age. 5. Confidence and hair, a two-way relationship. Many women believe they need great hair to feel confident. But in truth, when you're confident, your hair naturally looks better. You treat it with more care. You're open to trying new cuts and colors. You stop comparing yourself to 25-year-olds and start loving the version of yourself right now. One of my favorite quotes. A confident woman at 60 is 10 times more attractive than a 20-year-old who's constantly worried she isn't pretty enough. At the end of the day, hair can be cut, dyed, styled, but the true invisible crown that makes you shine at 50 or 60 is confidence. There's no magic potion to keep you forever young, but there is a secret that makes you glow brighter than any collagen supplement: your smile, your aura, and how you savor each moment of life. And the best part, once confidence becomes your foundation, everything else from youthful bobs to subtle highlights and chic accessories simply becomes the perfect finishing touch that helps you shine even brighter. Which leads us right into what's next. The ultimate ageless glow combo for women over 50, how hair, color, and accessories come together to make you the most radiant version of yourself. So, if today's video inspired you, don't forget to leave a comment. Which hairstyle makes you feel most confident? Have you ever tried wearing your smile as your most luxurious accessory? And of course, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you won't miss the next part, where we'll uncover the mix and match formula any woman can use to look effortlessly younger. Remember, age is just a number. Confidence is the true secret to timeless beauty.